She packed her bags with hope in her eyes, chasing a dream in a city full of promise. The man driving her, someone she'd known since childhood, someone her family trusted with her life. But within minutes of getting into that car, Raisa Suelen vanished. No calls, no messages, no trace. What happened in those missing hours would unravel a horrifying truth, a betrayal so personal. It shattered everyone who knew her. This isn't just a story about disappearance. It's about obsession, manipulation, and how the person you trust most can become your greatest threat. Hey everyone, welcome back to Crimson Whispers, where we dive deep into real-life crimes that chill you to the core. If stories like this matter to you, hit that subscribe button and stay with us till the end. You won't want to miss what really happened to Raisa Suelen. Ferrer Dilva was just 23, full of ambition and energy. Born in Paulo Afonso, a small town in northern Bahia, Brazil, she grew up with big dreams, a career in fashion, beauty and music. Despite her family's limited means, Raisa never let that stop her. She won a regional beauty contest at 19, launched content online, and started studying aesthetics in college while juggling multiple part-time jobs. In 2022, she made a bold move to Curitiba, a city buzzing with opportunity. Her goal, to break into the fashion and content industry. But she didn't make the move alone. She was helped by someone who had been in her life since she was a child. Marcelo Alves. He was once her childhood kung fu instructor and the father of a close friend, Donovan. To Raisa and her family, Marcelo was like extended family, a mentor, a supporter, someone who offered to help her chase her dreams in the big city. When Marcelo promised Raisa job leads and housing in Curitiba, she trusted him. At first, she stayed with him and his son. But it didn't take long for tensions to surface. Friends noticed she moved out and became distant from Marcelo. What they didn't know was that Marcelo had started seeing Raisa through a dangerous lens. No longer a family friend, but something darker. Raisa, sensing discomfort, kept her distance. She still worked hard, balancing college, content creation, and survival jobs, determined to succeed. Despite stepping away, Marcelo stayed in her orbit. He was careful not to push too hard, always appearing friendly, always close enough to stay part of her life. On June 2nd, 2025, Raisa believed her big break had arrived. Marcelo told her about a job opportunity in Sorocaba, a new city, a fresh start, great salary, housing included. Raisa was excited. She packed everything, clothes, tools, and her future. She told her friends she was moving, not just visiting. Marcelo showed up that morning to drive her himself. He had borrowed a car. Her friends helped her carry her bags to the street. A video from that moment shows her stepping into the vehicle, smiling, hopeful. That was the last time anyone saw her alive. Within 20 minutes, Raisa's phone went silent. No messages, no posts, no calls. Her friends tried not to panic. Maybe she was in a rural area. Maybe her phone had died. But by evening, worry turned into dread. They called He didn't answer. By nightfall, Raisa's family in Bahia had filed a missing persons report. The police jumped in quickly. Marcelo claimed she'd asked to be dropped off in a neighborhood 9 miles away to catch a rideshare. A strange story, especially for someone who had just moved out of her apartment and packed her life into bags. His story kept changing. First, she went to then she changed her mind. Then she stayed at his place. Then she didn't. Within just 8 days, Marcelo gave 3 completely different versions of events. Meanwhile, Raisa's sister launched an online campaign, printing flyers, sharing her story, calling for help. Marcelo, he invited the family to stay with him, a gesture that, at first, seemed generous, but something felt off. He dodged questions, stayed strangely calm, and kept shifting details. He even posted on social media as if nothing had happened. His own son, Donovan, gave conflicting stories too. According to him, Marcelo admitted to picking Raisa up and bringing her back home, but then she left again. It wasn't making sense, and police knew it. On June 9th, Marcelo Alves walked into the police station with a lawyer. He said he was ready to talk. He also sent a voice note to Raisa's family attorney. In it, he claimed he never meant harm, but admitted he had developed feelings for her. That same day, he confessed there was never a job in It was all a lie to get Raisa into his car. He drove her to a vacant property. There, he told her how he felt. When she rejected him, angry, betrayed, shocked, he claimed he lost control. He said he used a plastic zip tie to end her life, then wrapped her body in plastic, called his son for help, and together, buried her in a shallow grave in a wooded area outside Curitiba. That evening, Marcelo took investigators directly to the burial site. But Marcelo's confession didn't add up. Forensic experts discovered marks that didn't match a zip tie. Instead, signs pointed to manual suffocation, or a plastic bag. A bag was found buried with the body. The evidence suggested planning, not a heat-of-the-moment crime. Marcelo had lured her, isolated her, and made sure no one could find her. He had even borrowed the car ahead of time and made Raisa believe she was about to begin a new life. Investigators determined it was femicide, a gender-based murder rooted in control, entitlement, and rejection. His son, Donovan, was charged with concealment of a body, but released on bail. Marcelo was formally charged and taken into custody. Raisa's story shattered the nation. Her images, videos, and story flooded social media. Advocacy groups called out the pattern, women being harmed by men they once trusted. Raisa wasn't reckless. She wasn't naive. She was simply trusting. The betrayal came from someone who wore the mask of support, friendship, even family, and that betrayal cost her everything. To this day, Marcelo awaits trial. The pain he left behind hasn't faded. Raisa's name now echoes in conversations about justice, safety, and the hidden dangers of misplaced trust. Thank you for watching. If Raisa's story moved you, help us keep her memory alive by liking, subscribing, and sharing this video. Drop a comment below. Do you think this was premeditated from the start? Have you ever trusted someone who later showed a different face? Your voice matters. Your support helps tell the stories that need to be heard. Until next time, stay aware and stay safe.